You know, if Amazon end up making Alexa dolls to go with the Alexa app or whatever, yeah, if they end up developing dolls, I'm not bloody getting one. Why? Stay tuned to find out. Stick around. Hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I am Random Ross and today I review Child's Play. Yes, the 2019 remake that everybody's talking about right now. And this one isn't written or directed by Tom Holland. And no, not Spider-Man Tom Holland. No, this one is written by Tyler Burton Smith and directed by Lars Kivberg, I'm pronouncing that one right, starring Audrey Plaza, Gabrial Bateman, Brian Tyree Henry, and Mark Hamil. So this, I've just said already, is a remake of the 1988 classic Child's Play, and basically, if you've seen the original Child's Play, you know the story. You know, a kid named Andy wants the biggest selling toy called the Good Guy doll, only in this one it's the Buddi Doll. And in this one, from what we've seen in the trailers, it's this app called Buddi, and the Buddi app has this doll that can connect to everything in your house, bit like an Alexa Amazon kind of device. And yeah, Andy gets one and it's a bit faulty, and when this doll, when the Buddi Doll, first he's friends with Andy, and then next thing, things take a dark turn when he learns and observes murderous things and learns and develops murderous ways, and then he goes on a killing rampage. So yes, that's all I will say about this one. So let's get on to my likes and dislikes about this one. So first of all, I like that this was a complete remake, okay? It wasn't a reboot where it could have some connection with the original. No, this was a full-on remake. It was, first of all, and I'm going to give you, a little spoiler warning if you don't know by now, so I'm warning you now, little spoiler here and there will be in this review. First of all, they don't go with the whole voodoo magic. No, they don't go with the voodoo magic. In the original, Chucky is the Lakeshore Strangler, Charles Lee Ray. He does a voodoo enchantment as he gets gunned down in the beginning of the first original film, and then his spirit is transferred into a doll. No, they completely abandoned that whole thing, There's no Lakeshore Strangler, there's no Charles Lee Ray. This is all in the app. It's all robots, artificial intelligence, so it's sort of like Terminator mixed with Black Mirror with this. They get Child's Play, get the Child's Play brand, mix it in with a bit of Terminator, a bit of Black Mirror, and boom, they made this new one. And that's, and that's what I like. That's what a remake should be, It shouldn't always be, a remake shouldn't be shot for shot. It should be the similar story, but a completely different retelling and reimagining of some of the characters. And this is exactly what they do with Chucky, and I think that was good. It was a brave, ballsy move, but for me, it sort of paid off. So yeah, I liked that they went in a completely different direction in this one. How it turns into something that's meant to be family friendly, but then goes evil. Secondly, well, that's it with all the changes they made. Well, another change they made is they made Andy a bit older, like a pre-teen, and he was played by Gabrial Bateman, that's it, I remembered his name, Gabrial Bateman, and he was a talented young actor in this. I think he was meant to be playing like 12-year-old Andy or 13-year-old, He wasn't a little sweet innocent kid like Andy was in the original. And I also like Audrey Plaza. You know, a lot of comics are going into horror lately, and they seem to be surprisingly good. I mean, look at Jordan Peele with Us and Get Out, and and then there's there's Chris Rock that's on about redoing Saw, and Audrey Plaza in the Child's Play remake playing Andy's mom. I thought she was good in this. She's like, I don't know how old she's meant to be in the film. She's about 35 in real life, but yeah, I like Audrey Plaza. She's really grown on me over the years. The first film I saw her in was Dirty Grandpa, and I've seen her here and there in various other films over the years, and yeah, she was good in this one. Her performance was great. And then there was the neighbour's son who was a cop in this, played by Brian Tyree Henry. He was I thought I'd recognised his voice. He was in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. He did a great job in this film too, as his character, who was like a cop and like befriended Andy in the beginning of the film. And then, of course, we can't forget Chucky, voiced by the legendary Mark Hamill. I mean, yeah, people know him as Luke Skywalker, but yeah, I also know him as Luke Skywalker, but I also know him as the Joker. And when he was doing Chucky, I thought, is he going to use his Joker voice? He didn't, but I still felt hints of his Joker in there with his vocal performance. He did great in this film. He didn't have a cameo as a person or anything. I don't know. He might have. I might have missed it. I don't know. If I have, if you've seen it, let me know. But he was brilliant as Chucky's voice. And I like the redesign they went with on Chucky. I mean, yeah, he looked similar to the original, but they made changes to him, such as making him an artificial robot, artificial intelligence. And, they changed his design a bit, made his hair not as wacky and wild. And he wasn't called the good guy doll, he was called the Buddi Doll. So I like that, the whole revamping of Chucky. I mean, Brad Dourif is, by far the best Chucky ever. But Mark Hamill, he did a good performance in this. I don't know if I can compare him to Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif has played Chucky throughout the original films, all the way from the original Child's Play to Cult of Chucky. And this is the first, Child's Play film where he's not actually voiced Chucky at all. But, yeah, Chucky was good. I like the rethinking they did on Chucky. And I also like the kills in this. There were some kills in there that were creative. They didn't, they didn't reenact any of the classic kills, like they didn't do the whole fireplace scene where she's holding him over the fire going, "Talk you what, I'm going to throw you in the fire." They didn't have that scene in there. I thought they would, pay homage to that, like reenact it or something, but they didn't, which I kind of thought I liked. And they didn't have the whole babysitter thrown out the window thing. They had a good kill in there which involved a lawnmower, which was pretty brutal and gruesome. And yeah, there was another kill where Chucky controlled a car. Yeah, because it's all on this Buddi app, which is owned by this company called, what's the company in this one called? Let's see. Kesslin, is that right? The Kesslin Corporation. They're like a fictional corporation in this that own the dolls and the apps and everything. I was also surprised to see Tim Matheson in it. Tim Matheson, I only ever knew him for his role in Drop Dead Fred as Lizzie's husband. He was in a Brady sequel as well. And he was Van Wilder's dad in Van Wilder. I wasn't expecting him to be in it, but I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a big part, but it was still a good surprise. Yeah, he was all right in it in his brief time he had. He was like the CEO of Castellan. Yeah. Castellan. So, do I have any dislikes? Well, I guess, let's see, what did I not like? I guess I didn't like that they remade this movie because Child's Play is a classic, but then again, I thought this was an okay remake. My flaws with it, I guess it was a bit of a slow build to Chucky becoming evil, because he started off as a friendly toy and developed evil along the way. You know, like when Andy was like, I don't want this, I'm sad and everything, Chucky kind of handled it and got more evil. I guess that was a bit of a slow build, and you know, I'm with me and slow build burn, it's hard to please with me, but sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I didn't mind this one. Yeah, I can't think of anything to really hit on this film. Not yet anyway, so yeah, I thought this was a fairly solid remake. You know, it was, like I said, I like how they retold the story, how they reimagined Chucky, how they had no voodoo elements in this, and it was all artificial intelligence and had that Black Mirror feel. So, yeah, I think everyone did a great job in this film. So, with all that being said, I was surprised by this. I have to admit, I was surprised by this remake. Not a lot of remakes can be good, and Child's Play I thought was surprisingly alright. It was okay, it was good. So, let's see. I'm going to give Child's Play, the remake, I'll give it 3.5 machetes out of 5. 3.5 machetes out of 5 for the Child's Play remake. So yeah, have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below. We can have a discussion on this. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. It would mean a great deal to me if you did. Also, I have a main channel and a Whovian channel, which you can check as well down in the description below or in the card bits above here. So yeah, have I said all my social media links are down below in the description? Well, I have now. So yeah, that's it for this Revolting review. So yeah, I've been Random Ross, and until next time, don't have nightmares.